Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for Vice. So Vice is a movie starring Christian Bale, Sam Rockwell, Amy Adams, and Steve Carell, and it is directed by Adam McKay, who 3 years ago directed The Big Short, which was a Best Picture nominee, and it follows the story of Dick Cheney, who is vice president to George W. Bush, and it follows his story as he rises in power, as he goes from a nobody to a political figure, and how his involvement in the White House and with the Iraqi War, how all of that changed history forever. Vice is a movie I've been looking forward to for a really, really long time. I was expecting this to be one of my best movies of the year, honestly. I thought that the trailers looked amazing. I loved the song choice. I loved the way that they were edited. And it is by Adam McKay. And The Big Short is a movie I really love. I think it's super well edited. I think it's super well put together. For what it is and what it revolves around, it does not lose you. It keeps you on track. And even if it does lose you, there's still enough going on to the point that you're able to get right back on track a little bit later. I think that The Big Short is a fantastic movie, and I think it's one that will be remembered. So I went into Vice very excited because it also has to do with politics, it has to do with complex ideas, and I wanted to see how he would do that stylistically. And unfortunately, Vice was a bit of a letdown. I don't think that this is a bad movie. I still enjoyed it. I just think that Vice, it's a perfect movie to compare it to is The Big Short, because they're set up in the exact same way. They're about complex ideas, same director, similar casts. So here's my best way of explaining why I didn't like Vice. The Big Short is a movie where all of its complex ideas go along in a straight line, and the ideas hop on top of the line, but the entire time it's consistent, it's going straight forward. It never stops for you to catch up, but eventually you do. Where Vice just feels all over the place. The line isn't straight, it's going in a million directions at once. The ideas are bouncing off of a bunch of different lines at a bunch of different times, and I think that has to do with the editing. I think that there is a really good movie in here, and I think that the footage that they captured was great. I just feel like the way that it was edited, it could have been worked on, and they could have tried to make the movie flow a little better and feel a bit more consistent. There are quite a lot of positives for Vice, though. The acting, the performances in it are incredible. Christian Bale, he's up for an Academy Award for this movie. Like a lot of people are saying, he's a definite lock for nomination. He could possibly win. I think that that's great. I'm really excited to see what his chances are. And I think Amy Adams also up for Oscar nom. I think that she did great. Sam Rockwell and Steve Carell also did really, really good jobs. And I love the makeup and hairstyling in this movie too. I really do think that this movie should win Best Makeup and Hairstyling, because the way that they transformed the people to look just like the people in real life, it was incredible. I just think that the movie suffers from being a little too focused on too many things at once. I don't think that the movie went in a consistent line, and I don't know this personally, but it's something my parents told me afterwards, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's true. My parents said that the movie relied a lot on you recalling your memory and recalling what you thought about during those times, and I was not alive during that time, so I think that's possibly why the movie lost me, and I think that that's an issue. When you're making a movie like this, you need to make it so it can reach to all audiences. You can't make it so that only the people who went through it can learn about it and can enjoy the movie, because if you're creating a history movie, the goal is that it entertains the people of the time, but it lasts throughout history, and it's shown in classrooms and all that type of stuff. I don't think Vice will be, because I don't think that I learned a lot in this movie. I think it was expecting that I'd already know a certain amount, and it just showed the story as is, and I wish that they would have gotten a little bit more in depth with things, and I wish that they would have slowed down, and I wish that scenes would have went together in a consecutive order rather than just feeling like different blocks of the movie at random times. The movie jumps around in time a lot, and it's really, really distracting, and I think that has to do with the script. I think that the script and the editing are what kind of hurt this movie to make it just all right. I still did enjoy Vice. I think it's entertaining. I think that the best part of the movie is by far the comedy. There's a special thing that they do with the credits during the movie, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it, but what they did there was hilarious, and what they did as a post-credit scene was really funny, and I think that this movie, it's not bad. It's still good. I would recommend going out and seeing it, but I just think it's a bit of a disappointment because I did want more from this movie than I got. I will give Vice a 6.25 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for Vice. So, what are your thoughts on this film, or what do you think Christian Bale's chances are for the Oscars? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.